Okay, so as part of our series on natural numbers, we're going to go ahead and take a look at factors, common factors, and highest common factors. Now we can define a factor of a natural number as another natural number which can divide our said natural number exactly without any remainders. So I'm going to take my example number here as 18. I'm just going to go ahead and list a few of the possible divisors of 18 or factors of 18. And I'm going to perform what is known as a divisibility test, and that's basically to test whether these numbers here are factors of 18. So we know that 1 is definitely a factor of 18 because it divides 18 exactly without any remainders. And so 1 times 18 is 18, and so 1 and 18 would be called our first factor pair. So we know that 1 is a factor. So how about 2? We know that 2 times 9 is 18. So 2 times 9, 2 and 9 would be called our second factor pair. How about 3? 3 times 6, we know that's 18. So 3 and 6 would be classed as our third factor pair. Now how about 4? We know that 4 is 2 times 2, and that's 18. So if we were to divide that, if we were to see if 4 was a factor, we'd say 18 over 2 is 9, and then 9 over 2 is 4.5. 4.5 is a rational number, but it's not a natural number. It's not a whole number, and so 4 wouldn't be considered a factor of 18 in this case. Alright, so how about 5? Well, we know that 18 is not a multiple of 5, because if 18 was a multiple of 5, it would have a 5 here. It would be 15. There wouldn't be an 8 if it was a multiple of 5. And so we know that 5 can't be a factor of 18, so we can safely cross that out. So how about 6? Well, we have 6 times 3, and that equals 18. And that's really just by the commutative law. These two are really just the same thing. It's the same factor pair, it's just that the numbers are a different way around. So we can safely say that we have exhausted our list of factors for 18. And furthermore, we're going to list our factors of 18 here. And notice here that our factors of 18, they go in descending order on this side. On the left side it goes 1, 2, 3, and on the right side it goes up 6, 9, 18 in ascending order. So our factors are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. Alright, so what about common factors? Let's have some examples of common factors. So let's take a look at common factors, and really common factors are really factors which are common to at least 2 or more natural numbers. So I'm going to take my example numbers here as 15 and 27, and we're just going to go ahead and list our possible factors of 15. So we have 1 times 15, we have 3 times 5, and those are pretty much all of our factors of 15. So our 2 factor pairs of 15 are 1, so that's our first factor pair, and our second factor pair. And I can just go ahead and write out the factors 1, 3, 5, and 15. Alright, so those are our factors of 15. So what about our factors of 27? We have 1 times 27. That equals 27, and we have 3 times 9, and those are our factors of 27. So we have our second factor pair and our first factor pair there. So I'm just going to go ahead and write my factors. 27. Alright, that looks neat and tidy. Alright, so now looking at both of our lists of factors for both 15 and 27, can you now see any factors which are both common to both of these lists? Yep, you guessed it right, we have 3. And so 3 would be considered a factor which is common to both 15 and 27. So 3 is the common factor of 15 and 27. Alright, so what about highest common factors or greatest common divisors? Let's have a look at some examples of our highest common factors. So I'm going to take my example numbers as 18 and 24. And I'm going to go ahead and list all my possible factors of 18. 2 times 9, 3 times 6. So those are all my possible factors of 18. I'm just going to go ahead and write them out. Excuse me. 6, 9, and 18. Alright, so those are our possible factors of 18. Now what about 24? Let's list our factors of 24. We have 1 times 24, 2 times 12. We've also got 3 times 8 equals 24. Right, so we've just listed all of our factors of 24. Those are all our possible factors, and so let's go ahead and write down the factors here. 1, 2, 3, 8, 12, and 24. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and look at our factors which are common to them both. So we have 2, 3, and that's it. We only have 2 and 3, which are the factors that are common to both of these numbers. We also have 1, but 1 is not really considered a factor of our numbers here. 1 is really a factor of every number, so we don't really count 1. So our common factors to both of these lists would be 2 and 3. However, if we wanted to find the highest common factor of 18 and 24, we can see that the highest common factor of 18 and 24 is 3. So we say 3 is the highest common factor, HCF, of 18 and 24. Alright, that was quick math. Thanks for watching. And if you found this content useful, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you again soon.